Hi, my name is Rachel, and today I wanted to do a book review on this book called The Reluctant Demon Diaries. It is by Linda Rios Brook. This is a four-part series book. The first book is called Lucifer's Flood. The second book is called The Deliverer. The third book is called The King, and the fourth book is called The Redeemer. Each of these books was about 300 pages long, which makes this two-piece book in one about 600 pages. So the idea of this book is that there's an angel in heaven. It falls during the time that Lucifer fell and got kicked out of heaven forever, so it became no longer an angel, it was a demon. And this demon was basically sorry for what it had done. It didn't want to follow Satan, but it really had no other choice. So he becomes a demon, and Satan makes this demon follow men on earth, in particular God's chosen people. So he's following the story starting with Adam, and then Abraham, and then Noah and Moses in the first book. And in the second book, he's following Moses and Joshua, and he sees what God's doing with these people, reports it back to Satan so that Satan can make a game plan to win the battle against God. So there's some things I liked about this book, some things I did not like about this book. The first thing that I did like about this book was I liked the storyline. I thought the storyline was a very unique storyline. I've never heard it before. I've never heard of a demon's opinion about the Bible. I thought that was very new, very interesting. The second thing I liked about this book is that it was extremely easy to read. I was not confused during the entire book, which is extremely easy for me to get confused during books. But this book was very simple, straightforward, no problems. The other thing I liked about this book was that the theology. I really liked how, like, a Bible story would happen, and the demon would question, like, why is God doing this, and why is God doing that? I thought that was very interesting and very thought-provoking, and made me think a lot during this book. The things I did not like about this book was that I wish the author would use a little bit more imagination in this book. I feel like it was just very straightforward, biblically written. Like, sometimes I felt like I was just reading straight out of the Bible. I wanted a little bit more fiction in the story, since it's a fictional book with a little bit of biblical truth in that. So like things like the third heaven, which was basically hell. I wish you would have described that a little bit. I wish you would have described what it was like, what you could do there, what you couldn't do there. There's no description with that. So I wanted a little bit more imagination to help me think about things that are unseen, so I can understand them and think about them a little bit more. The other thing I did not like about this book is it was very repetitive. Basically, it would follow a storyline of, a Bible story in the Bible. So like Noah's Ark, and it would tell the story of Noah's Ark, and then the demon would ask us questions like, why is God doing this? What's happening here? And then after that Bible story was over with, he would go and report it to Satan, and Satan would either get mad at God for what he was doing, or Satan would get mad at the demon for reporting something so like insignificant and stupid. And it would just keep on repeating that over and over and over again. So that to me was just, I didn't like how repetitive it was. The other thing I didn't like about this book is that, along with the repetitiveness, there's very little surprises. I knew what was going to happen next. I knew what story was going to happen next. yeah, it just wasn't surprising to me. Repetitive, very little imagination. So for those reasons, I would not recommend this book to any friends, but I would recommend this book to my kids. And in fact, I think this book would be a great book for middle schoolers or teenagers. I think they would really enjoy it. It's very clean. The only kind of things that you're going to get in it is like things about like prostitution. When Joshua went and stormed the city of Jericho, and there's a prostitute that they saved in there, and they talk about that a little bit, and then like the sacrifices, and how there would be sexual sacrifices at these idol offerings. But that's the kind of thing that you're going to read in the Bible anyways. So it's very clean for kids, I think anyways. It's very easy for them to read. I think it's a great book for kids. So my girl is 13 years old, and I suggested it to her. She sounded really interested in it, so I'm going to see if she's going to read it, and we'll see how it goes from there. But if you have any questions about this book or any suggestions about maybe I should read I think if I should continue with the series or not, if it gets any better. I kind of want to read the last book in the series, The Redeemer, to see if what theology comes through in that book about Jesus. But beyond that, if you have any questions about these books, any comments, if you've read them, if you disagree with me completely, if you think I'm being too harsh with it, I'd love to hear your comments. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.